Well, I see Tim Mullen has been at it again. He has posted on their Facebook page, as anyone in law enforcement knows, many times it's not guilt to refuse help, it's wisdom. People making a social media financial career of your missing daughter by daily attacking your family are not the people to be offering help. Well, well, you could be Tim Wells, I guess. Maybe he'll adopt you as a son. Anywho, Tim Mullins, why don't you get your own Facebook page? And that way you can just slander everybody you want to. Because you seem to know a lot about slandering and not helping. I don't know what you have on Dawn, but it must be something really good for you all to be such big buds. You're a disgusting man. I guess you could be called a man. I don't know. I don't know you. However, CCF has been offered twice. Everybody has this big thing about Chris McDonough and Donnie's stepsisters and going and trying to file essay charges. Y'all need to understand, Chris McDonough has nothing to do with that. If you would go back and do your research and watch reputable channels that do research, you would know that when they found out that the Wells had a daughter that had disappeared, she just went poof, she vanished into thin air. Because we know that nobody came up there and got that child. I have my own thoughts of how she disappeared. And I think I've made that pretty well known, especially when I'm in chats. But anywho, that's for another day. But she didn't just disappear. Something nefarious was going on at that shed. Why would that be the first place that Donnie would go to? And when he saw that she was not there, he knew she was gone. What went on in that shed there, Donnie? I think y'all drugged her up and you rented her out. And a leopard don't change its spots. You were essaying your stepsisters, and Chris McDonough had nothing to do with it. They didn't know Chris McDonough until after all of this was done, when Chris went and did an interview with Candace. Candace invited him back to that hellhole that you called a home. So, you know, when people are not siding with the Wells, they're the devil. They're awful people. Oh, they just don't believe them. No, I don't. Something happened on Candace's watch. What has Donnie said over and over and over again? I told Candace to keep an eye on her. I just knew something was going to happen. And it happened on her watch. I just knew it. Well, if you didn't trust your wife with your children, then why were you with her? Why? Oh, I guess so you can make each other miserable. But again, I digress. The complexities of the Summer Wells case cannot be compared to other cases, except in the intensity of the emotion and broken hearts. We have yet to see a broken heart. Candace has not shed a effing tear for that child. She hated her anyway. Why else would she have shaved her head? And don't bring back, oh, well, they had lice. I don't believe it anymore. I can fly. Donnie was given special treatment to Summer from the day she was born. She slept in the bed with him. And after hearing what he said about, oh, you know, how much they loved each other, well, you know, that's just wonderful. That's peachy keen. However, when he used the word, when she started to develop, you don't say that about your daughter. That is vile. That is disgusting. And that is nasty. Again, I digress. It says, without TBI or FBI approval, crowded outside help could be disastrous on many levels. Well, this is a bunch of BS. CCF he is attacking something that he has no clue what it even is. Timmy, open up Google and search and see what CCF is. You might learn something. Since we understand the latest tool of certain YouTubians, oh, proud to be an admitted YouTubian, is to squeeze the whales to use a specific organization to dive into the middle of a hot case. And if the whales don't, the YouTubians can then squeeze out more defamation profits. You need to get Candace off of Miss Daisy's channel. Yeah, the profits are going to her because people are stupid enough to give money to her. Miss Daisy, when all this broke out, she didn't think much of the Wells. She even said she thought they were guilty. And now she has turned around and even had her over to her farm, which I really don't care about that. Anywho, now she is giving all cash apps to her. Do you know where your money is going? It's not going to the betterment to get the boys back, because I hope to God they're about ready to get adopted and actually get a life that they can enjoy and not hear stop, like Donnie said the other night about that Summer would say stop. What was she telling you to stop? Was it arguing? Was it fussing and fighting? Was it maybe something you were doing that you shouldn't have been doing? Profits are going to Miss Daisy. I don't know if she's giving them all up or not. I don't care. However, people are still stupid enough to be giving money to them for whatever reason, because Donnie has made it very plain that he is out working. Of course, she's probably, oh, never mind. I'm not going to say it. Never mind. Won't even go there. Probably the same thing while he's on the road gone, unless she is with him. She is maybe talking to Ernie or, talking to somebody else. Maybe doing a little bit more than that. And I don't understand why, when he was still in jail, she was saying, well, he's the father of my kids, and, I love him, but I'm not in love with him. We're done. This is over. No, actually it isn't, because she's still got her sorry ass with him. However, I don't care. They're both guilty of sin. It will come out. There will be a day of reckoning. And as I have said on my other video, I hope and pray I live long enough to see it, because I pray for Summer. I pray for her to be found. I don't think she'll be found alive. It is just too long gone. It's just been too long. And Don had said, well, it was, no, I'm not going to say that. It was hearsay. Never mind. I will not say that. But Hunter might have been right when it came across, it's done. What's done? Don't know. Maybe the deal that was going to be closed out on that afternoon? I don't know. Summer has met with demise. And I thank God every day that the boys were taken from that hellhole, because there was neglect. There evidently was a lot of calls to CPS. CPS was involved. So obviously something was going on that was not good. Of course, when, you hear that Candace ran him off with a gun, which, again, that's hearsay, I wouldn't be surprised. But that's when they needed to take the cops with them and say, we ain't leaving. But, I don't know. CPS is different in different states. Maybe they're easily run off. I haven't heard very good stuff about the Tennessee CPS. I mean, that's fact. I heard it on WJHL. Fact. He goes on to say, I'll clearly express this word again, complexities. The Summer Wells case is highly complex. Yeah, it is when people are not telling the truth, when they probably would have got home by 3:30 and she didn't call till 6:30. That's 3 hours. A lot of things can happen in 3 hours. Donnie seems to think that he got to call at 5:30, but he says, well, it must have been 6:30. Could have been 5:30. Could have been. Don't know. Wasn't there. And it's hard to believe a liar. Liars. Because that's all they do is lie, 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 lie. They don't go out and look for her. And that with Tim Mullen and Donnie going out on the property and looking. Oh, that is so stupid and such a farce. 22 months later. She's not on that property. She never has been. Certain YouTubians can profit by the public's natural curiosity, which many vilely do. Welcome to the entertainment paparazzi industry. Timmy, you don't know what entertainment paparazzi is. Welcome to how snake oil salesmen vacuum money from their manipulated groupies. No, that would be you. I don't know how they're paying you or what they're paying you in. Can't pay you with a little girl anymore, can they? But you can build a space shuttle when your experience is building a 56 Chevy. I don't know. Stupid. And you definitely would never be called upon to come repair a SpaceX rocket whose countdown is paused from the public eye. Offering the whale's help does not cover for the daily onslaught that spews out of the offering soul's mouth. He says on the good side, all this I know daily butcher your family, but trust me, I'm a good guy here to help you tabloid profiteers. No, Timmy, that would be you. Says, is that the public is educated on organizations, foundations, and independents that are available in the USA to assist people who do not have such national and international exposure for their specific cases. And there are hundreds, if not thousands, of those cases in desperate need of assistance. The Wells have county, state, and national law enforcement help. And yes, I capitalize LE out of full respect. Says if TBI, FBI needs further assistance from these other groups, there are protocols that are to be followed. Order and respect solves cases. In complex cases, demand a specific order, a respect, and prudent privacy. And he doesn't even have the balls to write his name, to put his name on there. He has to put TM in little bitty letters. Like you don't want somebody to know you're the one that wrote it? Ugh. It's a joke. Just a joke. And I usually don't check that page, but of course I heard about it. And I wanted to see what it was. And of course that's little Timmy putting things out there, trying to make himself, puff himself up, to make himself look big, and all that kind of good stuff. You are just, I can't even. You are so disgusting. You need to tell your boy and your girl there, Mr. Donnie and Candace, which she doesn't think much about you anyway, does she? Because doesn't think much of you. Because we've already heard that from her mouth. Fact. And you need to keep them off YouTube. That's the reason that all these different YouTubians are talking about them. Because of the way they act when their child went missing, of how they're not doing anything to help. And you really need to lay off of the ones that do spew forth, as you didn't say, but I say. They're vile lies. The lies are coming from that camp. So you need to get your facts straight there, Mr. Timmy Mullins. And I know your name is Mullen, but I choose to say Mullins because I like to be annoying. You are not going to get any place higher in heaven just trying to play Mr. Goody Two-Shoes. But when Donnie said he would see her at the resurrection, not if he continues to spew the really bad words and using the N-word. One of these days, he's going to come across the wrong person and he's going to call him the N-word, and there's not going to be a Donnie anymore. And will I shed a tear? No, because I will say you got what you deserve because of the kind of person that you are. You know, Summer has got lost in all of this. It's never been about Summer. Not with them. But with us that really care about Summer, it's about Summer. And we need justice. She needs justice. She needs to be able to rest in peace. And she's probably still saying from heaven, stop. Stop the nonsense. Stop.